Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. Last time, we started up the first of the post-Stormblood story patches, 4.1. And, well, kinda went a little crazy right off the bat. See, Ehrenfeld here decided he wanted to go a little treasure exploring, looking for the Mad King's old treasure trove, and dang, did we find it. The drowned city of Scala is no place for the average adventurer, but the Warrior of Light and the Signs of the Seventh Dawn, yeah, we can handle it. But man, what a grim place. Ehrenfeld, let's deal with the Butcher's Blood. All jesting aside, we must tell people the good news, and I think Leash should be the first. Seconded. There's to be a meeting of representatives from across Alamigo, so she is sure to be in the city. Shall we take her out? Sounds good. I'm a little sad I didn't get to nod there, but all right. Yeah. See, Ehrenfeld wanted all this treasure so he could basically give it to the Alamegans, and Lord knows they need it. Good to be back here. Oh, you three look pleased with yourselves. What have you been up to? I'm glad you asked, Lise, and I'm pretty sure you're going to like the answer. Oh, I'm sure she will. Though the history behind this place is a little creepy. You're joking. The Mad King's Trove? I thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people, but they didn't have Dekumon and Alphino in their party. The credit for finding it should really go to them. As to what to do with it all, I voted to go towards leaving the suffering of Alamigo's poor. Gods, if there's as much as you say. Ehrenfeld did not exaggerate, I assure you. We could not hope to carry even a fraction of it on our own. I have taken the liberty of sketching out a rough map of the ruins. If you will assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, they should be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies, and hopefully not run into too many fiends along the way. Understood. I'll make sure every coin is accounted for, and that goes for the spending of it as well. Thank you. Oh, there is one other thing. When the time comes to draw up a plan for distributing the spoils, I would ask that you consult Alphino. I don't have a head for details, not educated, you know. I could see that simply handing out sacks of gil won't solve everything, but I couldn't rightly tell you what to do instead. Oh, I know the feeling. I'd welcome any advice you could give us, Alphino. Of course, I shall be at your disposal. Commander, we've got a problem. Deep breaths, tell me what happened. It's not one thing, it's 10 around here. A mob's gathered outside headquarters, and they've started making demands. You best come and see for yourself. A mob? What kind of mob are we dealing with here? Oh dear, no, that is definitely a mob. Not a big one, but still.
Back, all of you!
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
Oh no, they're after the Garlean prisoners.
We're not leaving till you hand her over!
Ah, that one in particular. I see. They want some vengeance against Fordola. Well, it ain't gonna happen. We have laws in this country.
Bring her out! Bring her out!
No mob justice, I'm sorry.
What's going on? Someone let slip about Fordola.
Ah, that explains the title of this quest.
It's true then. The bitch really is in there. I knew it. I bloody knew it. We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
Damn. Oh, nope. Not on my watch.
Butcher the... Come on, you don't mean that! We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down! Calm down! That monster and her thrice damned skulls dragged my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
Wow.
Aye, and my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her!
Well, I'm trying to protect her from mob justice. I mean, seriously, you want her that bad, put her on trial and, you know, deal with it that way.
So that's what all the fuss is about.
Oh, about good timing here, Raban. Sure, he can keep these rabble calm.
Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Alamigo. Hey, who's this?
That's the Bull of Alamigo.
Mm-hmm.
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair, for it is mine as well.
Yeah, but thankfully you have a cool head on your shoulders.
That gnawing pain in your breast, it is enough to bring an old bull to his knees. But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, the ones who may yet live.
That's an interesting point. Can't interrogate her if you lynch her.
Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers. I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance, but we will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth.
Damn it, Raban. You may not want to lead, but you're one hell of a leader.
Now is the time that we, the people of Alamigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves, and for generations yet unborn. When they look to our example, will they see a people who held fast to their principles, or one who cast them aside when tried?
I would prefer the former.
I say to you, it is our responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Alamigo. The Garleans called us savages, and I'll be damned if we prove them right.
I like that logic. I like that. Also, Raban, I'm pretty sure you just volunteered to lead this little rabble.
I know you're right, I do, but I can't.
Yes, you can, man. Hmm? Good. Ah, so much better. No more angry mob to deal with. That could have gone far worse than it did.
My thanks, Raban. Listening to that anger, I could feel myself being swept away.
'Tis a difficult tide to stem. 'Twas the same rage which brought us to our feet and carried us to victory. But now the war is over. All the unspent fury is being channeled into vengeance.
Aye, and it's not just here. We've reports of mobs forming all over. They've been targeting folk known to have cooperated with the Guardians. It starts with insults most often, then someone picks up a stone, and next thing you know, we've got a lynching. Some industrious souls even thought to seek out the graves of Xenos and his officers. It was grim.
Ew! Grave robbing is not pleasant.
I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace. But maybe that time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready.
It could very well be.
But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. The representatives will be here soon, and I'll be damned if I'm going to give up before I've even begun.
Who are these representatives exactly?
Oh, village elders, refugee leaders, and the like. It wouldn't be right for us to dictate the nation's future on our own, so we've planned a summit of sorts. We've invited the Ananta and the Quicken to participate.
Man, aren't you guys forward-thinking, getting the beast tribes involved? Alamigo stands at a crossroads, and this meeting will decide which path it takes. The matter of Fordola's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt proceedings.
Then let's execute her and be done with it. She's herself asked to be put to death.
The simple fact that she's asking is kind of why I want to say no. Can't let her off that easy.
Marco, I already explained why we wouldn't do that. Sending it to the gallows might satisfy people right now, but where would it end? Should we round up everyone who collaborated, and everyone who didn't resist? There'd be no one left. We'd be no better than Theodoric Xenos.
Mm-hmm. Very, very true. Begging your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak with Fordola? Only, I caught a glimpse of her past, a moment of it anyway, during the fight. She's done terrible things, unforgivable things, but in some ways, she's a victim of the circumstances in which she was born, and that's something I can understand. I actually forgot you had the Echo at one point. Huh.
All right, speak with the prison guard when you're ready, and I'll come and join you. I want to talk to her too.
I'll return to my other duties then. We've barely begun to investigate the facility where they gave Fordola her powers. Be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. That would be good advice. I'm sure she's just pushing to get herself executed. Oh, this ought to be good. Alright, let's see where this ends up.
You've the commander's permission to enter then?
Yes, I do. Let me in and let's get this over with. Here we are. Open her up.
Well, well, well. So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you?
No. Rather get answers.
Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom? Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless. There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it.
Oh, there's plenty of reasons to keep you alive.
I killed your men. I killed my men. And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance!
That's a lie, and you know it! You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind? Yeah, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless. Relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want.
That she would.
You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fordola. I see you for what you are.
I feel an echo coming on. Yep. Kinda getting used to when this happens. Oh joy. The past. Is that her? Is that little baby Fordola? Getting ready to join the Garleans.
Come along, Fordola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
It is! Lovely.
All right! Father, what's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
No.
There you go again with all your questions.
Is he? He is.
Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Alamigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
No. I thought for a second he had a Garlean eye, but that's just a tattoo mark.
Filthy tin-head lovers.
Mm-hmm. Family was collaborators.
Father, what did that man call us?
Nothing good.
The little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who'd gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her. Like your bastard father and whore mother.
Ooh. Ooh! Not in front of the kid, man!
That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Dang.
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
Wow. Okay, look, I get there's anger, you know, against collaborators and such, but man, you need to be socked. No wonder Fordola joined the Imperials if that's the treatment she got from the Elamigans. It's Yotsuyu all over again. Uh-oh. Speaking of, here comes the rock throwing.
Fordola!
Ow!
Traitors!
Yeah, see, no wonder she turned on the frickin' Alamegans.
Please, you have to do something. My husband and daughter are in danger.
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of arms.
Lovely.
We're citizens. We have rights.
I'm scared.
It's all right. It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive.
But it wasn't, good sir. It wasn't. Not by a long shot.
Traitors!
So, yeah, like I said, I understand,
Traitors!
but at the same time, they're still in the wrong. You still cooperated with the Garleans. Oh! Damn! That was a big-ass rock. Holy cow, I think you just gave him a concussion.
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
And see, even if you were a citizen of the Empire, just because you're not a pureblood Garlean, these guys still treat you like shit. And the conscript's like, God damn it. So yeah, both sides in the wrong on this one. Oh wow. Flashback continues.
Fordola, please. You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier?
Oh, now at this point, to her, it's revenge.
Oh, gods. What have you done to your face?
She took her father's war markings.
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honoring Father's memory.
Oh my god. Did he actually die from the stoning? Oh wow, that's terrible.
By telling the world that you know better than a common savage.
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us?
Yeah. In the eyes of the Garleans, it doesn't matter if you're citizens or not. You're still frickin' savages.
Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them. If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage.
Thank you. I just said that like 2 minutes ago.
So I'll play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time.
The original skulls setting out.
It'll be hard. Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind. But we won't, no matter what. We'll bleed for them, die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
And you got them all killed, Fordola. Hell, you killed them yourself with that freaking cannon order. Lovely, lovely. Well, that was fun.
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
Shut up.
You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes, wait for the guards to leave you alone long enough to slip it over your neck.
I said shut up!
But then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past?
Yeah, it sucked.
And what? A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they?
No, but they definitely had some context.
Don't you dare patronize me! You don't know a god's damned thing about the life I've led! The bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay!
Oh shit. Oh, her own freaking echo's kicking up. Oh, wow. She got to reverse echo me. She got to see my past. Mm-hmm.
You. All that power. All that pain. It's too much. Too much for anyone.
Mm-hmm.
The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken. How? Why?
Well, I am the Warrior of Light. It just kind of comes with the territory. Oh, you know why. You saw. For those I have lost, for those I can yet save. Because I choose to. I like this one. For those I have lost, and for those I can yet save. Because dang, that list is long on both ends.
Damn you. Damn you all.
Hmm?
You still have time, Fordola. Think about how you want to spend it. Let's go.
Good idea. I think Fordola needs some time to think now. Lovely. Well, that was a fun little diversion there. Wow. Clearly, Fordola has not had the best of times in this life. Oof. Alright, what do we got? Echoes of an Echo.
I don't know that we've solved anything exactly, but we've given Fordola something to think about at least.
Aye, and I found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, Dekumon, but the visions only come to me every now and then. From the way Fordola kept wincing though, I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. That's a lot of bad memories to deal with.
I wonder, could there be some fundamental difference between one who was born with the Echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Well, the Immortal Flames have been scouring that research facility ever since the Liberation. There's a chance they might have some answers for us. General Alden's there overseeing the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we?
Sounds good. Also, double nod. I was half expecting to go to cutscene, but apparently I can just wander around in here as I please. Alright, Raubon, what have you guys found? What news? You spoke with Fordola, I take it.
Yes, as expected, she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Arenfeld noticed something odd about her. He thinks she might be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the Echo normally works. Have you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her?
I've been hard-pressed just to organize the research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome the Scion's expert assistance, if you have time to lend a hand, of course. I'm sure one of us could actually go and help. Oh, you literally mean me. God dang it. You know, I'm not really good at this whole research thing. Where's Uran J when I need him? He could do this stuff a lot easier than I can. Oh, I didn't realize the Ironworks was here. Oh, there's Alphino. The device in which Cryo was held seems even more ominous now you know its purpose. The surrounding pods are marked Supply Subject, while this one bears the label Master Subject. The Ironworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been recording everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? All these pods are designed to drain the ether of the occupant. Save that one right there. Unlike the others, the interior has been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. To what purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. Interesting. There's our other thing to look at, an investigator. What do you got, ma'am? Oh, dang it. Skip that.
If you show any signs of external injury,
oh my god. It's a freaking graveyard.
From what we've been able to determine, they perished from forcible etheric extraction. Such a miserable way to die.
Holy, oh my god. How many bodies were there? Oh, there is even more on this side. Okay. I thought this experiment was barbaric before. Ow, holy shit. What in the fresh hell? I know little and less of science, so any light you can shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated. Dekumon, shall we start with you? Okay. It's a frickin' shit show. This place is evil.
Taken in combination with the testimonies of Cryo and Thancred, I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here.
And I don't like it.
The enhancement procedure entailed infusing a single candidate with ether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. As for the master subject, in this case Cryo, the patterns of her etheric energy would provide the model upon which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Cryo's echo. I believe so, which would explain our prisoner's present state. Cryo is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. The soldiers who guard Fordola, many of them lost friends and family to the skulls.
Oh, wow. God, no wonder she wants us to kill her. We've basically been subjecting her to mental torture all this time. Shit. I mean, I'm sorry for the old foul language meter creeping up on me, but dang!
And there's a sentry at her door night and day. If she can't help sensing the thoughts and seeing their past.
Exactly. But you don't just see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it'd do to you. You'd never be the same again.
Indeed. And as you may recall, Izil was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Hraesvelgr's past. Fordola has been forced to experience the agony of those whose lives she destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. That explains her request to be executed.
Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. Dang, Ravan, that's cold. If the results of these experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald, there will be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, to an entire legion. Maybe, but don't they need Kryl or some other person with the echo first? We must be ready. We must learn all we can of these godforsaken procedures, and Fordola remains our best source of information. She'll not be getting her wish, not yet at least.
Right.
Keep faith, lass. If you're to convince others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People will respond to passion, but not if it's feigned.
I understand. Thank you, General.
About slipped into the Alphino voice there.
We shall leave the flames to it. Let's go.
Well, that was fun. This questline's been depressing so far. Sheesh. Man, I need a picker-upper here. We get some good news.
I go looking for answers about the Echo, and end up getting schooled by Raoban. Yet more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not me. General Uldah is a veteran of countless campaigns, Lise. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. I know, but I also know that I can't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority, and how much I still have to learn.
I wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it's his homeland. After going to the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay?
It is a quandary which countless refugees now face. To continue the life they built in Uldah, or start again in the land of their birth.
Well, I suppose most of them will come back, but maybe the better off ones in Uldah will stay. Raoban included, because, you know, he's basically guarding the Sultana.
Dekumon, a moment.
Pippin? What are you up to, my man?
I am newly returned from Uldah with a message from the Sultana.
Ha! I was just talking about her.
Her Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience.
I can make time for the Sultana.
Well, I must away and attend to other business. Until next time, my friends.
Oh, is she gonna release Raoban and put Pippin in charge of the flames? That would be pretty nice.
An audience with the Sultana. Depending on the nature of our consultation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plans. Yes, we'd all like to know about those, Alphino, but not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, Dekumon.
No, I don't mind questioning the Sultana. Her and I are old friends. I mean, I was there when she was poisoned, after all. Yeah, let's not think about that. Thank you very much. Anyway, a Sultana's strings.
Well, the question of how to put the Mad King's treasure to good use shows no signs of answering itself. Shall we be about it, Arenvold?
I'm at your beck and call.
And I should be the one getting back to my own tasks. I'd organize a squad to head down to the ruins, and then start preparing for the big meeting. Oh, send Anabo my regards, Dekumon.
No problem.
And ours too, if you please. We shall see you on your return.
Alright, off they go, and that means off I go to Uldah. It has been ages since I've been to see the Sultana. You are expected, my lord. Please proceed. Man, I think the last time I was here was when you were getting poisoned.
I thank you for answering my summons in these most interesting times. You have been busy.
Oh yes, definitely.
The liberation of Alamigo will have far-reaching consequences, and there is a matter upon which I would seek your counsel. I speak of Rauban and his future.
Oh. Boy, did I actually call this? Or at least remember it? I don't know. It's been so long since I've done post Stormblood, I don't remember what happens here.
All know the tale of his rise from penniless refugee to member of the Syndicate and General of the Immortal Flames. Yet though he has come to call Uldah home, it will never be his homeland. He is a son of Alamigo.
Mm-hmm.
And now that she is free, I thought it only a matter of time before he sought my leave to return to her. Indeed, I had resigned myself to his loss.
But he's too dang stubborn to bring it up, right?
Suffice it to say, I was greatly surprised to hear him speak so lightly of handing over the reins in Alamigo and retaking his place at my side.
Yep, I'm right.
I will welcome him with open arms, of course. He is my most trusted advisor and my dearest friend.
But you feel like you're holding him back.
But I have known the man a long time, and beneath that steely gaze, I spied a flicker of doubt.
And that's where I come in.
Whether Rauban chooses to remain in Uldah or return to Alamigo, I only wish that he do so with a heart unburdened by guilt or regret. Yet, how can he freely make such a choice, knowing how much I depend on him?
Mm-hmm.
It is past time that I learned to discharge my duties as a sultana alone. I must go forth and see my realm with my own eyes, and hear the wind with my own ears.
Yeah, to be fair though, it is rather convenient to have Rauban just carry you around on his shoulder.
Might I have your company for a brief adventure?
Wait, what? Oh, hell yeah! Come on, like I would say no.
Allow me a moment to change into something a touch less conspicuous, and I will join you outside.
That would be a good idea. I might draw a little too much attention wandering around with the Sultana. Well, I did not expect this. The Sultana, who wishes to take a random little jaunt around town. This should be fun. Oh yes, I would say that's much better. You've definitely blended in nicely now.
What do you think of Lyria, the merchant's daughter? This is the disguise I donned when I wished to leave the palace and observe my subjects unnoticed.
Lyra, I can do that.
Ordinarily, Papa Shan would accompany me, but for this particular outing I need an advisor, not a minder. And that is why I requested your company. Over the course of your many adventures, you have met people from all walks of life, in every corner of Eorzea, and I would make use of your worldly experience. Now, let us be on our way. Our first destination is Stone's Throw, just beyond the Gate of Nold.
The Gate of Nold. Well, thankfully I can use the ether current and get there a little faster. Ooh. Yeah, this place looks lovely. Oof.
Look upon this procession of tattered tents. These refugee camps in squalor, at the mercy of the elements and Thanalan's predator both. The city's mightiest walls offer safety, but the streets overflow with people as it is. And unless blessed by the hand of Nold himself, no refugee could ever hope to afford a dwelling in Uldah. 20 years have passed since the fall of Alamigo, and 5 since the calamity. Yet the plight of the poor has grown more desperate, not less. As Sultana, the blame falls upon me.
Aww. You've done your best, Your Grace. Your hands have been tied, Your Grace. No, definitely her hands have been tied.
Yes, my authority is limited, and that is an obstacle I must work to overcome. Shall we press on? I would follow the road to the unholy air.
The unholy air? That doesn't sound familiar, but sure. I remember this place now. Lovely.
It was here, in this wholly unremarkable place, that my mother and father met their doom. I was but a child at the time. My parents were returning from an inspection of our interests in Eastern Thanalan when an untimely rockslide crushed their carriage. To this day, it is not certain if the incident was simple misfortune or an expertly planned assassination.
Yeah, that's an unpleasant thought.
Raubon once offered to reopen the investigation and bring me the truth he assumed I must surely crave, but I refused. Even if my parents' death were orchestrated by the monitors, we could only have brought their hirelings to justice.
Mm-hmm. No way you'd get the higher-ups. Know that feeling all too well in the real world here.
The true villains, those who plotted to put me on the throne as a biddable puppet, were ever beyond our reach. Thus did I plan to strip the merchants of their power and place our nation in the hands of its citizens, quite unaware of the consequences my actions would have for you and yours. I shudder to think how many goodly souls paid the price for my naivete. But I am no longer a child reciting words with witless obedience, and I will not be used as a pawn in the monetarist's damnable games. Forgive me my outburst. You are one of the few people to whom I feel I can speak my mind. Come, let us return to Uldah and visit the Colosseum.
The Colosseum? You're not gonna ask me to fight, are you? Been a long time since I've been on the outside of the Colosseum.
From the moment I became Sultana, I found myself thrust into an endless parade of document signing and ceremonies. For years, I simply signed where I was told to sign and sat where I was told to sit, blissfully oblivious to what any of it meant. Yet one good thing did come from that ignominious chapter of my life, for it was during an official visit to the Colosseum that I first met Raubon. The match I had been invited to attend was not at all what I expected. They had pitted the Bull of Alamigo against some dozen or so rival gladiators.
And he kicked all their butts.
Blinkered though I was, I would not stand for so obvious an injustice, and demanded to see a fair fight, one man against another, and my royal wish was duly granted. It was not until later that I learned of the gambling ring which had arranged for Raubon to die on the sands that very day.
What? What?
Holy crap!
Wow. That is incredibly good timing on your part.
Regardless, my intervention meant that Raubon had but a single opponent to dispatch, which he duly did. It was over in like 3 seconds. And when he knelt before me to receive the winner's purse, he swore that he would one day offer me his blade in service. Surrounded as I was by liars and manipulators, I confess I dismissed it as a pleasant piece of theatre. But as you know, Raubon is a man of his word. Though it took him another 5 years of fighting on the Blood Sands, he amassed a fortune so great as to buy not only his freedom, but a seat on the Syndicate. And then I had my blade.
Wow. That is legit impressive. Oh, echo time again. Back when Raubon had 2 arms. Bam! Oh, you lost your head right there, good sir. It's like I don't need my shield to deal with you. Oh! And that was how he lost a leg. Or his stomach, I'm not sure which. Dang. Raubon kicking butt in the damn arena here. That's a good sight. Wow, really? The Final Fantasy fanfare too?
Your Grace, you mustn't! The danger is too great! Please, Your Grace, come back! I beg of you!
Look at her angrily marching up there.
It seems you're the one who needs looking after, Masayoshi.
She just jumps over the bottom.
Your Grace,
oh my goodness.
I have kept the promise made.
So you have, and in turn, so too shall I keep mine.
That was adorable.
With your winnings, you have become one of the 6 most wealthy souls in all Uldah. And so, as tradition dictates, Raubon Aldin, you have earned yourself a seat on the Syndicate. May your new station garner you still greater glories.
I am honored, Your Grace, and vow to serve with every fiber of my being from this day till my last.
Wow. Oh, look at her, she's so happy!
Long live the Sultana, and long live Uldah!
Oh, this was good. This was good. This was the sweetness I needed after dealing with Fordola. Thank you, Nanamo. Thank you. I really needed this.
Words cannot well express what that man means to me. There are others who care deeply for my well-being, of course. Papa Shan's love for me is that of a grandsire for his grandchild. But upon matters of governance, I cannot turn to bodyguards and maidservants for counsel. Raoban, with the authority of a syndicate position, was the first sword I could wield. His was the only edge which could cut the strings that bound me.
Oh, this was sweet. I needed this. And it looks like we're not done with Nanamo. Cool. But I think that's definitely enough for one day. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eorzean adventures. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.